Alright, man, let's try to get this shit right, man. So, back at y'all with the story time. Still got some of this Cali bud, man. Try to get rid of it. But, get into that later. But yeah, so, it's always been a lifelong, like, dream of mine to go to Cali. You know what I'm saying? And, like, maybe for like the last 2 years, I started pretty much like talking about it, like just putting it into like speaking it into existence, I guess some might say. You know what I'm saying? Where I would like just tell, like, homies in like the midst of like a smoke session or something like that, like, I really want to make it out to LA, I really just want to go to Hollywood. And some people who got dreams or they want to move out there and they want to live out there and live their life. I just wanted to visit. You know what I'm saying? And after visiting, I know that, you definitely got to be rich or some shit, you know what I'm saying? There's something, or really well off to actually, you know what I'm saying, have a good living out there, because it's rough. It is rough out there, man, for real. But I was supposed to be linking up with my hope girl who lives out there, but she had a death in her family. Rest in peace to Yvette Lee. But, at that time, I actually had I got a good deal on that ticket. And I live on the East Coast. I live in Florida, and I'm going to LA. I got a ticket for $200, round trip, 4 days before Labor Day. So at that point, it was just kind of like, man, I'm still going. Like, even if I'm going by myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh man, you going by yourself? Like this, that, and the third. It's like, what I'm supposed to do is like, supposed to, I could have got a credit, for the ticket that I had bought, but I got the ticket for $200, plus a little bit of taxes. It was like $230 or whatever like that for $200. You not gonna be able to find another deal like that probably for another year. Going to Cali, round trip, with non-stop flights, no connecting, nothing like that. And the flight's already damn near 5 hours long, 4 hours, 30 minutes, 4 hours, 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you gonna put a layover, you gonna put a connecting flight with that too? Nobody has time for that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. So I had just started doing some just like research for like people who like backpack overseas and like stuff like that. You guys know about hostels or whatever like that. So I'm like, damn, I'm going by myself. A hostel that's gonna be full of travelers like myself, whatever like that, who pretty much just like travelers like myself. So bam, so I'm looking online and I found a good one by USC. You know what I'm saying? It's clean. Anybody who's ever been or lived or had to live in like a dormitory style living situation, you was in a juvenile detention center, you was locked up, you was in the military, you know what I'm saying? You had to sleep in the bay in basic or something like that, college, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch of beds in there, and it's like we're all adults in there or whatever like that. First night I get in, bam, dude in there, I hit him up, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying, my flight coming at midnight, I'm about to check in. Bam, I check in, he and they're already rolling up. He like, man, I'm waiting on you, man. I'm like, oh shit, it's 420 friendly up in here? He like, what? I was like, you can smoke up in here? He's like, hell yeah, man. I don't got no cigars though. And for some reason, something had told me before I had left, I bought a pack of Gang Leafs with me, man. Y'all already know down here, they went up 2 for $129. And my ass complaining because they used to be 2 for 99 cents. Man, pack of backwoods, like the little, y'all know what I'm talking about, the game ones, they $3. So I'm like, oh shit. I ain't even know. He's like, let me go ahead and get one. I wish I had known then. But anyway, so we in there, we smoking, man. I'm smoking on some barley, man. This dude come in, he got a vape pen. We in the hostel. We in the hostel now. It's like I hope people come out because it's 1 a.m. I got in on a Thursday. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? I come in or whatever like that. I'm high as fuck. Already hot, sweating. It's like couches outside, man. I'm leaning out on the couches and shit like that. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Linking up with, I linked up with this one guy, he's like, oh, I'm a rock star. Everybody's got a story in Cali. I'm a rocker. I play all these instruments and stuff like that. People trying to be actors. Everybody's trying to be something. You know what I'm saying? I think that the phrase that out there that I learned is just kind of like, what's your dream? One of my favorite movies is Pretty Woman. And dude's like, welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to do something. Everybody who has an idea, that's where you move to. You move to Cali, because where else is it gonna pop off at? And that do make sense. So, I'm doing that. I'm meeting a whole bunch of cool people or whatever like that, and we hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? From the first day I woke up, Met a dude from the Shy, you know what I'm saying? We go out there, and the dude, we've been living in LA for a little while, and we hitting all around the city, you know what I'm saying? Going around to all the little spots or whatever on tourist mode, you know, non-stop shopping, you know what I'm saying? All sorts of shit, man. It was great, you know what I'm saying? It was live. It was live as fuck. You know what I'm saying? No regrets, to the point where it's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking pictures, I'm sending it to people back home, friends back home, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Posting them online, and everybody say, man, you know, homies is like, man, you look happy. Like, yo, you look happy as fuck. Like, and it's like, I am. And it feels good, you know, to actually be practicing that self-love, you know what I'm saying, that self-worth and all that shit that you hear, you know, people talking about, like, oh, love yourself, this, that, and the third. And it's just gotta, like, you got to, like, for real, you know what I'm saying, treat yourself like you don't want a significant other to treat you, because it's just kind of like, that sets you up for, like, when you do meet that person, it's like, okay, I can do all this shit for myself, what can you really do for me other than look good and sex good, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So that was real good, and it was just kind of like, yo, I am, and to actually be happy, you know what I'm saying, to actually honestly be happy. And it's not because you with somebody, it's not because I'm with somebody, you know, taking pictures and I'm not smiling, cheesing hard, and going out to restaurants and doing all this other type of stuff and exploring and shit because I'm with somebody. Doing this because I'm by myself, and this is what I want to do. And if you don't want to, if I waited for somebody, you know, we all got friends and shit like that, but oh, we should go on a trip. If I waited for somebody to be like, okay, I'm actually ready to go, I probably would never go. You know what I'm saying? Or it would take me forever to go, and I'd be so behind in, you know, like little goals and stuff like that that I want to do. So, you know, people like, wow, you know, what you doing out here? What you doing out here? Live it, man. I'm living out here. I'm living out here. Then on top of that, it was my 6-year anniversary for, you know, growing locks, and growing locks, you know, signifies so many starts of a journey, not just a dread journey, but just like a life journey. So, you know, that's why I feel like, you know, when it comes down to this dread stuff, it's like, man, it's more than just dreads. Like, oh, you make dread videos? Like, yeah, I make dread videos. You know what I'm saying? I do, but see, I can check the front. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm hanging it. You know what I'm saying? Right now. I told you guys I had a clip, I had some dead ends and stuff like that from like dyes and like colors and over the years and stuff like that. So I just decided to trim off like the little dead ends, the scraggles and stuff like that to the healthy points, because healthy hair is always the most important over everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. It is what it is now, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I couldn't imagine myself without locks now. It's just, like, now when I look at old pictures of me and myself when I was younger and I had a low fade, and it's like, man, I cannot believe I cut my hair off to begin with from the jump. But the trip was awesome. It was awesome, and it was something that I had needed, because I had been on like a, excuse me while I smoke and drink, I'm sorry. And I hope y'all don't mind if I smoke. But, you know what I'm saying, it was just something that I needed, but, you know, because it's like, I had been on a hiatus, I'm sorry, like I had said, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate all y'all who fuck with me and my ADD, y'all know I be bouncing around, but y'all be rocking with dudes, y'all heard rock with me, y'all already knew, man, y'all already knew, but, hey, so, like I said, hiatus on a trip, and I really needed this vacation, because it's like, from being over there, it made me, and missing the things, like I missed my dog, I missed, you know, I realized, you know, from backpacking around and just being in a city like LA, where it's like, you really got to count your blessings and stop trying to, you know, fit everybody else's timelines when you see other people doing this and doing that, and it's like, dang, you be like, oh, I want to buy this too, and it's cool to make goals and stuff like that, you know, and stuff like that based off of things that you see and you want to do. But, you know, don't beat yourself up because, you know, oh, you see everybody going on trips this summer and you ain't going on trips this summer, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. You know, just, you know, do what you can when you can, because it's always going to be a time when you doing something and somebody else ain't doing it, and, you know what I'm saying, they mad or they feeling the same way that you was feeling it. But it really made me put things into perspective, and it's just kind of like I came back with a whole appreciation for the things that I do have. Like, it's a lot of people out here who don't have stable homes, who, you know what I'm saying, really just trying to get, you know, their own shit, who really just trying to get that foundation for life, you know, fuck going on trips, you know, fuck, you know, dressing, flying, having jewelry and cars and smoking weed, good weed, and bullshit and hoes and whatever. likes on social media, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They really, like, that's really what they need, and they really just trying to get that shit together. And it's just kind of like, you know, we out here worried about, some of us out here worried about the wrong thing. Even sometimes I be worried about the wrong thing, get myself fucked up in situations. You know, I'm over here, I was living, you know what I'm saying, without a debit card for the longest, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody knows that that's kind of like one of the most hardest things to do, you know what I'm saying? And it was so hard, I had to actually go to the airline to actually buy a plane ticket, because at the time I didn't even have a debit card to buy the shit. You know what I'm saying? Or having to ask somebody, you know what I'm saying, can you order this or can you do this? Like, you know what I'm saying, fucking up because you made bad decisions, you know what I'm saying, that affects your life because you're trying to live up to other people's timelines, you know what I'm saying? And in the last 6 months, I can honestly say that I've corrected so many mistakes just by being focused on me, being by myself and in tune with myself, that it's just kind of like, damn, if I always had this mindset, if I always, you know what I'm saying, stay on this track, like, I could be so much more advanced in my life. I could achieve, and I could have achieved so much more, you know what I'm saying? And instead of beating myself up like I feel like I had started to do prior to me taking my trip, then, you know what I'm saying, I feel that yeah, I was starting to beat myself up, and I'm just glad that I did take that trip. Because if I had been like, nah, I ain't gonna go, I'm gonna go by myself, oh my gosh, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I just would have been at home fucking just mad, and it's just beating myself up, and it's just kind of like, yo, look at what you got, look at growth, like, bro, look at what you've achieved, look at what you've done. I made little small goals for myself this year, and I've achieved in every single one of those goals, small and big, some unexpected, that I set out to. And it's September, and you know, I've set out little more goals for myself and things like that. And I've had setbacks, I've been lied on, my name's been dragged through the mud, I fucked up, I've done things, you know, but, you know, that's life. Life is ups and downs, you know. It is what it is. It is what it should be. It's everything. And like I said, I appreciate you guys. Like, you know, some of you guys I've met off of this YouTube thing and this social media, and it's social media too. I ain't never met y'all like face to face in real life, but you know what I'm saying, y'all some good ass friends, you know what I'm saying? I hit y'all up, yeah, we support each other, and y'all live in Alabama and I live in Florida, y'all live in Mississippi or Atlanta or Georgia or some shit like that, or Philly, you know what I'm saying, or New York. Like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like, yo, that's my nigga, man. Don't be getting on my nigga getting on, like, you know what I'm saying, it's this nigga Grandma J. Like, if I meet truckers and stuff like that, because I live in Florida, it's big down here, you know, truck driving and shit, like, oh yeah, I know trucking, you know what I'm saying, who you drive for? And they be like, oh, I drive for, I can't think of no name right now or some shit like that, but they'll tell me something, I'll be like, oh, you know, my nigga drive for Prime Time. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying, just the conversation I've had recently. Shout out to that boy Grandma J. Shout out to them doing their thing, and it's just kind of like we all started from off of YouTube, from off of just growing dreads, man. Think about it, man. 6 years ago, I met a lot of y'all, man. We've been in this thing for a long time. But yeah, so I just wanted to check in and let y'all guys know about that, man. If I can do it, you know, because I'm just a regular old person, and if I can do it, you know what I'm saying, y'all can do it. And if I could just mini encourage somebody out there to just step outside the box and just be themselves and do them, hey, I feel like I've done something in my life. Anyway, I'm Rudy, and I'm out. Peace.